We are in the Holy Land. The ground upon which I stand is sacred to the Jew, the Christian, Muslim, Islam, to millions of people the world over, and has been throughout the ages. This is the Promised Land, the land that God showed to Moses from atop Mount Nebo, which we can see in the distance. At this place in Galilee, the sound of God's voice has been heard as he spoke to the prophets. Once man heard God's voice when he said of his Son, Jesus Christ, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." Such a blessing to be able to hear the voice of God has been given to very few, but such a blessing was given to the land of Israel. approaching the Wailing Wall now, which is the only remains of the ancient temple, the holiest place of the Jews. Jews of all sects, all tribes from all over the world are coming to the Wailing Wall. You can hear some of the faithful praying in the background here before the Wailing Wall.
Oh, my Lord, what a morning. Oh, my Lord, what a day. The sound of battle's over, and the smoke has blown away. Come to the Wailing Wall. Come to the Wailing Wall. Thank God you can stand upon this holy land and touch the hallowed rock that God delivered to our hand. Come to the Wailing Wall. Come to the Wailing Wall. Shout it cross a mountain. Shout it cross the sea. We have been delivered. Israel is free. Come to the Wailing Wall. Come to the Wailing Wall. Thank God you can stand upon this holy land and touch the hallowed rock that God delivered to our hand. Come to the Wailing Wall. Come to the Wailing Wall. Bring the lost ones homeward. Lead them to the shore. The city gates are open. Heaven's blessings pour. Come to the Wailing Wall. Come to the Wailing Wall. Thank God you can stand upon this holy land and touch the hallowed rock that God delivered to our hand. Come to the Wailing Wall. 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 Come to the Wailing Wall.
the city of Bethlehem, at the door of the Church of the Nativity, where Christ was born. The gate has been walled up that enters into the church because of the horsemen that used to come, attack the place, and sack the church. It's been walled up to where there's just a very narrow opening of about 3.5 feet where you enter into the Church of the Nativity. So now we enter in to the place where Christ was born. This is the place where Christ was born. To the world over, it's a mighty big place. Actually, physically, it's a small cave underneath the Church of the Nativity. Many other people are here today to see this place. Before me is the actual spot where Christ was born, undisputed to the ages. This place was found and confirmed that it was the place of the Nativity by St. Helene, the mother of Constantine, the Emperor of Rome, in the 4th century. We're in Nazareth. Within a few feet of this place, Jesus lived as a child with his father Joseph the carpenter and his mother Mary. In Jerusalem, the mother of Jesus watched her son die on the cross. She stood by to give him the only thing that she had left, a mother's love. The noise you're hearing in the background are the different little shops here in the marketplace in Nazareth. There's a man beating out some pans with a hammer there. You know, looking at Nazareth, especially in this part of Nazareth, you'd be inclined to feel like Nathaniel did when he said to Philip in the Bible, "Can there be any good thing ever come from Nazareth?" And the prophets had said, referring to this place right here, "He shall be called a Nazarene."
Caesar ruled Rome in all its glory. Every land called Alexander Great. But no man can compare in any story with the one man who controls so many's fate. Yes, along the dusty road came the Nazarene. Baptized by John was a Nazarene. Preaching on the top of the mountain was a Nazarene. Followed by a multitude was a Nazarene. Tried and condemned, they laid their stripes on him. But like he said, back from the dead came the Nazarene. Nothing good had ever come from Nazareth, an unimportant place in Galilee. But the soul of any man could fall into bondage and God had promised man could be set free. And then along the dusty road came the Nazarene. Baptized by John was the Nazarene. Preaching on the top of the mountain was the Nazarene. Followed by a multitude was the Nazarene. Tried and condemned, they laid their stripes on him. But like he said, back from the dead came the Nazarene. Came the Nazarene. Came the Nazarene. Came the Nazarene.
We're in the town of Cana. It's a short distance from Nazareth toward the Sea of Galilee. And on his way to Capernaum, Jesus stopped at a wedding feast here, which he was invited to. And when he came to the feast, he was told that the family was so poor that they didn't have wine for the wedding feast. So Christ, at this very spot that we're entering right now, of which a church stands over, Jesus ordered the jugs filled with water. And then when they were served at the feast, when the jugs were poured around to the different people, it was wine, of the finest wine that was known in Galilee at that time. We're entering now down into a kind of a crypt-like place underneath the church where the miracle actually took place. And there's one of the jugs here that supposedly was one of those that he used to pour